We leave America and head back to Europe. For round 6 of the season, we go to the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. So 2 races to Leclerc, 3 races to Max Verstappen. He is now still second in the Drivers' Championship as we return to Spain. 7 days' time, we go over to Monaco as well in a reduced 3-day format. Azerbaijan on the 12th of June follows with the Canadian Grand Prix a week later. July is busy as well. 4 races in 5 weeks. We start off back-to-back the British Grand Prix and the Austrian Grand Prix. A week's break before France and Hungary rounds out the season. Further down as well in the second half of the season after the summer break, the Belgium, Netherlands and Italian Grand Prix form a triple header. We then have a 3-week break with the cancellation of the Russian Grand Prix and no replacement makes Singapore round 17 on the 2nd of October. A week later we go over to Japan and then it's the America leg with the United States, Mexico and Sao Paulo Grand Prix before the season rounds out on the 20th of November in Abu Dhabi. In the Drivers' Championship, Charles Leclerc leads the way by just 19 points to Max Verstappen. Sergio Perez is just ahead of George Russell as well. Carlos Sainz in a battle, joining that for the top 5. Lewis Hamilton down in 6th position as well, 68 points back to championship leader. He's only 1 point clear of fellow Brit Lando Norris. Valtteri Bottas is 5 points back as well. Esteban Ocon and Magnussen still holding on in the top 10. On the second page, Danny Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly all stay in the same places. Sebastian Vettel moves up to 14th as well. Alexander Albon now with 3 points to his name is 15th. Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll have 2 points. Zhou Guanyu is the last driver with points. Schumacher, Hulkenberg and Latifi still pointless in 2022. In the Constructors' Championship, Scuderia Ferrari lead the way by just 6 points to Oracle Red Bull Racing. 157 to 151. Mercedes are 62 points back away from the fight as well in 3rd. Then it's McLaren versus Alfa Romeo for 4th place in the Constructors. Alpine are 10 points clear of AlphaTauri for 6th and 7th. Haas impressing everybody, just a point back from AlphaTauri in the battle for 7th. Aston Martin with only 6 points, but Williams with 3 means that all 10 teams have points after the opening 5 races. It's the 2022 Spanish Grand Prix, and this is first practice. Let's take a look around the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya here in Spain. A 2.892 mile circuit, 16 turns in total. Been on the calendar since 1991, and it is a real challenge for the drivers. Exiting the last corner then of New Holland, starting the lap downhill towards turn number 1. Open up the DRS zone as well, get a good slipstream down the longest start-finish straight in Formula 1. Heavy on the braking zone, all the way down into 4th gear. Hug the inside curve to the right, flick the car to the left for turn 2, and then the long sweeping right-hander turn 3. The apex ever drawing you in towards the inside line as well. Into Repsol then at turn 4. Again, 4th gear corner, inside towards the right, let the car drift out wide before turn 5, a very tight, twisty downhill segment of the track that coops in towards the left. Don't go too wide though, you'll lose a lot of time. Into turn 6 and then 7 and 8, the chicane area as well. Uphill, a lot of cars often spin here in first practice. Into Campsa then at 7th gear, flat out through the inside line towards the right. Open up the DRS zone once again and hurtle down towards turn 10 at the La Caxale. Hard on the brakes, 3rd gear corner, rising up to 4th gear at the exit. Power on mid-exit as well. Into turn number 12 then. Flick the car towards the left once again. Now towards the right as you head down towards the chicane. Right again, then left right to complete the lap. These nasty sausage curves rumoured to be going next year as well. The car wants to understeer and oversteer at the same time. Massive twitches. Into New Holland then. 5th gear, 6th gear. Open up the DRS, fire it towards the line. And that is a lap of the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. And we return to Europe after a trip over stateside to Miami. We're back to Barcelona, Catalunya. It may be a holiday destination for many, but for Formula One, it's all about business, not pleasure. It's the first practice session for the Spanish Grand Prix, round 6 of the season. The Circuit de Barcelona Catalonia been on the calendar since 1991 as well. The 2.9-mile circuit, 3 sectors in total as well. Top speed at about 200 miles an hour as well. Lap record, obviously, the 1:16 set last year by Lewis Hamilton in the pole time, 1:16.741. Tyre compounds for Pirelli, well, it's the usual soft, medium and hard, but it's the hardest with it being such an old abrasive circuit. Hard is C1, medium C2, the soft is the C3 tyre compound as well. All needing to be done, of course, because if you get a blister around this track, you'll be suffering for a long time. So, 60 minutes ahead of us for the first practice session. Track temperature 45 degrees, air temperature 28 degrees, 43% humidity. Wind blowing in as well from the south at 12.2 kilometres. Up the start-finish straight as well. It looks absolutely fantastic. And once again, this is going to be absolutely great, isn't it? Alongside me, Richie in the commentary box. Hello, Richie.
Yep.
It's going to be a great one, isn't it?
Hello, Josh. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting weekend this weekend with so many car upgrades.
And I'm being told as well that Sky have actually not got their headsets because they haven't actually been flown back from Miami. So that's why they're using different headsets up in the commentary box. Thanks, Crofty, for just texting me that one as well. But yeah, you're looking forward to this one. It's going to be an absolute cracker.
Yeah.
We've said in previous years, of course, that Spain isn't exactly always brilliant for Formula One, but with new packages, it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, it's going to be, obviously a lot of cars have, got more upgrades compared to the preseason tests. So, cars like McLaren, Mercedes, Alfa Romeo have all got, a lot of different cars. Aston Martin have got a completely new car. So it's going to be interesting to see those different upgrades and if they made an effect, good or bad.
Now, he's been waiting for this because he's got a new graphic as well. Josh Plays is down in the pit lane for us, and if I press that button, he pops on. He doesn't fade on. That's disappointing. Come on. Work, computer. You've got one task, and that is to work to show us some good info. So I'm going to wait and press the button in a second because we've got 1 minute 40 left. There we go. And there's the sweeping in. There you are, Josh. Hello, Josh. Looking forward to this practice and this weekend?
Yes, indeed. We're back in Spain. We're back in Europe after going over to Miami. Interesting race in Miami, but instead of looking back, it's now looking forward because in a matter of just over a minute, we've got a 1-hour practice session.
Thanks, Josh. You'll be patrolling in the pit lane as well, and we'll throw down to you in a couple of moments' time as well to give us the update on what's changed around the track as well. And Rich, I suppose as well, everyone's going to go out there. This is the perfect opportunity for them. They did their pre-season testing here. In the first one in Barcelona with the first run of these cars. Now they're coming here, testing Bahrain, and 5 races later. It's the perfect opportunity to see what has changed between March and where we're now May.
I think it will be a good opportunity for a lot of teams, to work with the data, find out what they need changing for, future races. You got the likes of Haas who haven't bought any upgrades this weekend, the only car not to bring any upgrades. So we'll see, is it going to be a downfall for them or, will it be all right? Will they be able to just stick in there?
Go on.
So I just like to always say one thing. This is the first ever session in F1 history where we've had the 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 F2 champions all together in a session.
Oh, that's a great start as well as we come ready. The car's already out. They've been into the pit lane. Yeah, no Sergio Perez. Yuri Vips is taking part. So are you ready? Are you steady? The green flag is out and we are underway for first practice. And it does look a little different as well. Some new drivers in, some places as well due to the rules. So we've got Yuri Vips in, the Red Bull, replacing Sergio Perez. Robert Kubica is replacing Zhou Guanyu. He doesn't count as one of the rookies, but he's in that car as well. Down at Williams, Nick de Vries makes his debut in Formula One. He's about 27 years old, not exactly a rookie, and he's a world champion in Formula E as well. He's out there on the circuit. And then I'm looking down the field. I forget the last one on the board as well, because I know there's a 4th, but I can't work out where it's gone. It's only 3, yeah. It is only 3, so that's wrong there, yeah.
Vips and Kubica.
Yeah,
everyone wanted Oscar
only
Piastri to be
no
there,
fault.
but he's not.
Yeah, everyone wanted, not there. No Oscar Piastri.
Just in the chat there, Do you think it is a risky move for McLaren, Aston Martin, and Alfa Romeo to bring in a massive number of upgrades this weekend? I don't think it is. I think it's actually quite good because they're going to be able to see what these cars can do compared to pre-season testing. Obviously, it's only been what 2-3 months since testing, but it's going to allow teams to work out if they've got an opportunity to improve. Like Alfa Romeo, they're currently fifth in the standings. They
Yeah.
want to be able to overtake McLaren, which means they have a possibility if they get these upgrades right. They might not. It's all about risks and just gambling.
And at the moment, we've got no timing screens operational for some reason. It seems to be an issue completely with FOM's side of things. But we've still got TV pictures, so we'll talk you through those as well. And it's a good opportunity to bring Josh back in, actually, because he's down in the pit lane. Josh, you've got some information about what's changed here at the track as well, because last year the big change was down at turn 10. This year, there's some significant changes around the back of the track as well.
Yeah, indeed. A new pit wall debris fencing has been added and a new extended runoff at turn 4, including new garage doors in the pit lane, and the start light gantry is higher, including new internal curb at turn 3. The AstroTurf has been removed from turns 14 and 15. An apex combination element at turn 14 was removed. A bollard will be placed at the inner apex, and if I just scroll up, track limits. Yes, track limits are back. It's not just the white lines define the track edges. Any driver going with the 4 wheels to the left of the left-hand side track limiting white line at turn 1 and 2 may only rejoin the track at turn 3 on the following conditions. The car passes on the left-hand side of the 2 bollards at the entry of turn 3. The car rejoins the track in a safe way, and the car does not gain a lasting advantage. And for turn 13, 14 and 15, during qualifying and the race, any lap done beyond track limits may entail the loss of the relevant lap as well as the immediately following lap.
We'll keep an eye on then as we go through the weekend. Thanks, Josh. We'll let you fade away. Love that graphic as well. That's coming up. I'm sure you do as well.
He's amazing, yeah.
As it comes to, and that's on all of them as well. So as we flick screens, for instance, we're going to press button 3 and go over to the YouTube chat quickly as well, to where we see SHT has said as well, do you think it's a risky move from McLaren, Aston Martin and Alfa Romeo to bring in massive number of upgrades this weekend? I don't think it's a risk that much. It should be quite easy because everybody else has bought them in. Haas is the only team not to make upgrades. They will only make upgrades after the next 3-4 races. It's 7 races. They're going to make those upgrades as well. And it's going to take so long, isn't it, Richie, as well? Because 9 weeks, 7 races, and Haas are pretty much stuck.
Yeah, Haas are just kind of, they've not got much to do. They've just got to work with the car and see, try and see what they can do. I don't think they're going to be able to do much this weekend at all. And I don't think they'll be scoring any points until, they get them upgrades done, because a lot of cars are going to be quicker now. Haas are going to be back on that back foot, I think, for the next couple of races. But we'll see, These upgrades might not work on some of these cars, so it might allow Haas to just kind of, fit into the points this weekend.
So we're going to be double-checking everything as we come forward as well. There's Alexander Albon with his red hair, the Albono sessions as well. He literally set up his own salon last night. I think you sent that picture into the chat, didn't you, Richie, on PSGL, when we were talking with Jess. He's literally dyeing everybody's hair red, including David Croft's. And I think they've had the idea, and a good idea, they've changed the headsets to the backup ones as well as they come through. So, no timings at the moment, but it's Verstappen fastest from Leclerc, Ricciardo, top 3. And interestingly enough, we're not actually seeing the times on the TV pictures either. So I think there's a data problem.
Yeah, but I know Carlos Sainz set at 125.040.
Yeah, and Verstappen's on 123.163, but we're only getting very basic layouts right now with the timing screen. So I wonder if there is a big problem somewhere as we see it coming around into turns, the chicane area down at 13, 14, 15. This is a lock-up from... And that was Nick de Vries out there. And now we've got times on the board. And it's Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Russell, 4th, 124.181 as well. Everyone out there so far on either medium or hard. No one risking the soft so far. There's the Mercedes. A new floor as well on Lewis Hamilton's car. It's not on George Russell's just yet. They want to see how it performs this weekend as well. And they said they're giving it to their number 1 driver, which everyone thought, oh, they mean Russell, not Hamilton, especially after the previous couple of races as well.
Yeah.
And Hamilton fifth
saying-
fastest, 1:24.1. I'm going to have to do something very clever now as well. So just give us a second as I'm going to have to go to main screen. So we can still hear you, Richie, but
Yeah,
we're
that's
not going to
perfect.
hear you for a second because I need to do something clever to get the Discord on because we need some timings and nothing's actually working out there. Leclerc fastest at the moment, fastest in the middle sector as well. And Josh, you're on audio as well as we try and get the timings working.
Let's
Looks good as well.
let's say, Josh, I bet to say I could, if possible, share my screen to the official timings I've got there.
Oh, sorry, I've got it here. I'm gonna join
Oh.
now. You're gonna hear a
Perfect.
bibbing, and then everything gets confusing as it happens because there's gonna be 5 people now in the call. As I'll disconnect,
Oh.
I'll disconnect from one and reconnect on the other. So hang on. There you go. Look, see, one to the other, and hopefully you can still hear me, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Yeah, and now numerous echoes. So isn't that always great news as well that it's feeding back on itself? So give us a second while we just sort this mess out. Guys, can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear you at all. Oh dear. Well, this is going well, isn't it, at the moment? So give us just a second, everybody, and we'll get this sorted for you in the session. Right.
Oh,
my word.
Yeah, numerous feedback. Right, numerous feedback issues at the moment. Right, there we go. Numerous feedback issues, which we are trying to sort out and can't work out why it's happening. So I need to mute and deafen on that and join the box as well. Now, guys, can you hear
Yes.
me?
Yes.
Hey,
we can
there we
hear you.
go. One bit at a time, one problem at a time, shall we? As it seems as well. Up here. Right, let's go over to chat number 3 because that might still be the same one and it gives you the YouTube chat to look at as well while we desperately try and sort this problem out up here in the comments box. Now, guys, as well, we should also talk about the amazing opportunity we've seen from the likes of Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez this year in that Red Bull as well. It was underperforming at the start of the season, and now it seems to be the car to beat. Ferrari may have dropped the ball in the past couple of races, but it's all eyes up front, isn't it? As welcome back to the screen, Richie, as well. It all gets chaotic, and it's going to get even
It
more
does.
chaotic.
Well,
Yeah, go on.
Max Verstappen has set the fastest time at 1:22.6.
There it is as he comes through. 10 minutes into the session. Now the double header is back. We have Spain this weekend and Monaco next weekend. I just watched. Yeah. So, guys, your opinions? Monaco in 7 days back to a 3-day format.
mate.
What are you thinking of it?
Really excited. You know, I always love the Monaco Grand Prix. There's not much action going on because it's just cars sticking behind each other the whole way, but it's always fun. You know, it's
Yeah.
one of the most classic races in F1. You know, you've got to love the Monaco Grand Prix.
I'm going to get this fixed, and it's going to not be needed anymore. That's what I've got the worrying feeling of. As they come through. Oh, just double checking because, yeah, now it has actually changed over to showing pictures. So that would have been a bit of a nightmare as they come through. And apologies, by the way, for this morning as well. It's beyond our control when things like this happen. And we just got to sort of work around it and hopefully fix it as quickly as possible. Josh, you can hear me right still down there as well. In terms of all of the action out there, anyone sound like they're going to do some new updates or some new engines? Because we were trying to think about who's going to have that gap around, and we haven't actually seen anybody so far.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a quick look at the FIA official documents, have a look at anything.
See if you can spot some things, yeah.
Just have a quick refresh. Nope, the only thing is, new PU elements. Let's have a look.
Oh, brilliant. Talk us through those then. Who's got the new power units? as well?
Okay. Both of the Mercedes have got a new internal combustion engine, a new
Yep.
turbocharger, a new MGU8, a new MGUK along with Guan Yu, and a new energy store to Sebastian Vettel. And both of the Mercedes and Sergio Perez, which is currently jury VIPs for succession, and Guan Yu have got a new exhaust system.
Oh.
Right.
So Mercedes have really just overhauled their engine.
Yep. Mercedes have got a new exhaust system, a MGUK, a MUG8, a turbocharger, and an internal combustion engine.
Hmm.
Sounds nice so far then. On the board.
Yes.
And
But, Uncle Tommen's here. It's still very odd to look at the screen and see VIP, Dev, and Cub.
It is, isn't
So
it, at the moment?
unusual.
Trying desperately to get this
also, here
sorted.
we go. I've got some more new stuff. Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc has got a new gearbox case and cassette.
Yeah.
Then Hamilton and Leclerc has also got a new gearbox driveline, gear change components, and auxiliary components for Hamilton and Leclerc.
Well, we're trying to get
Ooh.
this sorted, but it doesn't seem to want to work at the moment. So we'll desperately try and get this fixed for you all.
Just looking in the chat here, someone said I go bold with Perez winning this weekend.
That's a very bold call for
That is
That is
bold.
very
Perez.
bold.
Yeah.
See, for me, even though I do slightly have a bit more bias towards Red Bull, I want Sainz to win this weekend. You know, it's his home race. If Sainz or Alonso could win it, that would really make my weekend.
Mm.
Oh, Verstappen on the radio. Looks like my left-hand side mirror is going down again.
Oh dear, wing mirrors. Yeah. So more problems on the
Let's
car.
As long as it doesn't fall off, we're fine.
Let's get Alonso on the podium again.
It would be nice. Alonso and Sainz on the podium.
Yeah, especially as they come through. So hopefully we're going to try and get this. Right. We might have some data coming your way shortly. If this has actually worked and isn't going to be a pain, we might have the driver tracker on shortly, which is fab news. As we're still, 15 minutes into the session and everything has literally gone so messed up. It's unbelievable. So Ricardo's been on the radio as well, just complaining about some of the track temperatures out there as he's coming around the last corner now. Ricardo takes the flag and he goes up into third on a 1:23.011.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's hope he's not on a push lap because he's considerably slower than the guys on the hards and he's on mediums.
Yeah, I got literally no
So-
idea what's happening. Apparently, the Wi-Fi isn't strong enough, and there's a massive crash in the data systems as well. As Leclerc goes second on 1:22.476, as well as we desperately try and keep up to date with everyone here on YouTube. Stay with us because we don't know the official results. Because I'm just received a text message saying that the timing screens that you're seeing on your TV pictures are also wrong. They are not the correct official times. So there's something wrong at FOM, which has cleared out all of the systems. So everything is wrong as well. And you would think they would red flag the session, wouldn't you guys, if it was that bad?
Oh, what's actually... I don't know anything about timing, data and stuff. So even though I've got the official live timings on from F1 itself, like the subscription thing, that's still wrong.
Looks like it, yeah. There's an
Oh.
issue somewhere, and it's costing them all. So we'll keep you up to
They're
date
not-
with it.
They're going to have to do something then.
Well, it's Spain. The
Well,
systems are so old
listen.
now. Yeah.
At least we can just try and blame the issues not on us. We can say it's not our fault, the stream's issue. It's Spain.
Yeah. At least it's not our fault. Actually, this is actually
Exactly.
There's no. Yeah. So the point is maybe Russia is blocking. Well, I don't think so.
No.
But there is some problem out there in Barcelona, and it's affecting everything. So we can't even get things correctly. Right, it started working, but I bet you it'll die again in a couple of seconds' time. As
Probably.
it comes through. Right, I think it might just survive. No, it's died again. So it's jumping. But right, Richie, go on then. Start of the season, what are you expecting to see? Who are you expecting to see be the bigger improver in this, what is second half now?
So in the second half, I think Hamilton will definitely improve. I think he's had a few bad races, but I think he's gonna try and not let it get the best of him and just try and say, we're still gonna go for podiums. And I do see Mercedes on the podium this weekend. In all
Do
honesty,
you?
I think we will see one of the Mercedes on the podium. Obviously, I think it'll be one of the other Red Bulls and Ferraris. I think it'll be Max and Charles and possibly Russell Hamilton on the podium. I think that the AlphaTauris will do better this weekend as well. Don't know what's making me
AlphaTauris.
think that, but I think they're going to do better and both getting the points. Then again, we've got Aston Martin, who got such a different car. People like to call them the Green Bull now.
Well,
So we'll see. Will they be
amazingly,
quicker?
amazingly, from what I've been told, that their car was already in the wind tunnel
In November.
in November last year. Yeah, so
Yep.
it looks like they've managed to get away with it brilliantly, and are going to keep that car without anybody having an issue with
Yep.
it. So talk
Yeah.
about luck. It seems at the moment. Right, we're going to have some timings come up shortly. Now that everything seems to be sorted.
improved to 122.1.
122.1 is his official time.
Fastest first and second sector.
Right, there we go. It's basic, but it's the best we've got for all of the times. It's Verstappen on top, Leclerc second, Ricciardo third, Gasly fourth, Sainz goes into P5, then it's Alonso sixth, Norris seventh, Tsunoda eighth, Hamilton ninth, and in 10th place goes Stroll. Then in 11th, we have to go to Russell, then Ocon, Latifi, Nick de Vries down in 14th, Schumacher, Vips, Vettel, Bottas, Kubica, and Magnussen down in 20th place. So it's a bit basic. We apologise for it, but at least we've got some track data and we've got basic timings as well. So I think, guys, that's all we're going to have to deal with for the first session at least.
Yeah, hopefully it'll get fixed for next session, which is it 2 hours from the end of this one, or is it 3?
2 hours at the end of this one, yeah. So before
So
clock
hopefully we can
starts.
get it fixed. Yeah.
Well, shall we calm down now? That took 18 minutes to fix as well, so nothing much happened. Tsunoda, Alonso, Ocon, Verstappen, Hamilton, and Leclerc are the cars out on the track right now. In fact, Hamilton's sort of just stuck there. Guys, you can see in the driver tracker. And this is Ocon's radio.
The car doesn't turn, I don't know why. I'm dropping switches, but it's still no front end. Copy that.
Apparently the car's not turning in. It's still dropping on the front end. So there's still major problems then for that Alpine. And it's struggling out there on the circuit right now. Thanks, Josh. We'll let you get on with the race control stuff, as it looks like me and Richard will have basic stuff for the remainder of this session, as I'll go and kick either... is it fair to blame Virgin Media? I'm not really sure.
I don't know.
If it is their fault at the moment. What's happened there?
Question.
Go on.
I've got a
Just
quick
literally
question.
blame everything on Virgin Media.
We've got a question about Kubica. Why is he allowed to take part?
It's different, isn't it? Because it's not actually a rookie session. It's because he's their third driver. He's allowed to take part in sessions, but it's twice. In 2 seconds.
Something broke. Is in the between my back and the seat. So if I come to the pit, please check.
Oh dear.
So something broke in between the back and my seat as well. And if that seat's broken, then that's a big job, because they'll have to make an entire new one overnight, and that takes a long time because of all the carbon fibre that's put into it.
Let's hope it's not his back that's broken.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely. Let's hope it's not his back. That would be absolutely abysmal to have a back break like that.
Verstappen fastest second sector
and
with a 30.7.
Look at Russell. Russell jumps up into third, 122.
Third.
Yeah, on his times.
Gasly looks very quick this weekend. So does Ricardo.
Gasly is
Then
looking
again,
fast,
Ricciardo.
yeah. It's first
Yeah,
session for
Ricardo is
Ricciardo.
on mediums. So.
Yeah. Verstappen goes top 121.876. As things stand, here is Robert Kubica in the Alfa Romeo. Alfa want a comparison between the only driver who drove the car in Barcelona and then drove the car here in practice one. So they've put Kubica in as their test driver, quite rightly, to test the upgrades and to test how far the car has come since that first test back in February. And Kubica, we're still 15th, 4.3 seconds off the pace, but looking quite quick out there.
Schumacher doesn't look very quick, but then again, I don't think he's set a proper lap at all.
No, and who's out there then? Both the Mercedes in the pit lane. Bottas just coming out on the track now as well. So it's Bottas, Ocon and Verstappen, the only three out there as things stand as well. And I know Ted's down there, but not hearing much from Ted right now. Everything's... Go on.
Did Yuri Vip set a lap?
Vips has set a time. And I can't tell what it is because we haven't actually got a timing monitor, as I said. So you've probably got the better one. Vips is 17th fastest at the moment in the Red Bull.
Let's have a look.
So he hasn't set a competitive time, but he's up there.
1:29.7.
1:29.7. Okay, that's a decent one then. Decent launch time. As they come through. Verstappen, Russell, Ocon, Kubica, Bottas. Now 4 cars out on the track. Russell is out there, but both Mercedes transponders seem to be having errors on them and aren't showing up on the timing screens there as well.
Yeah, let's say, because on my screen, Russell is sitting in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, he's slap bang nowhere. Schumacher's coming out on the track now as well, according to the driver tracker. Now finally, so it's only Valtteri Bottas and Kubica out there on the circuit right now, as Kubica has jumped up a couple of positions as well, actually, according to this. So I think this proves that the driver tracker is broken. It proves that the whole system seems to be broken today, because out on the track is Kubica, Schumacher and Bottas, and yet we can't see Kubica out there on the circuit. So, yeah, there is a problem, definitely, with the servers in practice 1, which is doesn't make us look great, but it's reminding me a bit of Imola 2020, when we had literally no timings.
Yeah, I'm just going to look on Twitter to see if there's anything on here about it.
No worries. Let's see if there is. And I'm sure when Josh gets back to his race control center to tell us. Okay, let's hear from Lance Stroll now. Just before he went out of the session, he was talking with Ted.
Quite a familiar looking car, this new one.
I've
seen it somewhere
I've heard some people say that.
Does it not look familiar to you, like another car up and down the grid?
I've heard some people say that, but you know, we really did our job back at the factory. We designed it over the winter, and we brought it to the track this weekend. So it was down to the hard work of our guys, and it wasn't easy to bring it here. I mean, it was flat out for the last few months to really get all the bits, and we were very short on spares, so it was flat out to get it to the track this weekend. But like I said, hopefully a big improvement.
So this was, well, if it goes anything like the Red Bull, I'm sure it will be an improvement. So you're saying the guys didn't just see the Red Bull in testing and thinking that's a good idea, we'll try that. You're saying they designed it without having seen the Red Bull before?
Well, we designed 2 cars over the winter. We tried the first one, and now we're trying this one. The first one wasn't as competitive as we wanted to be, and now we're trying this car. So
it does look remarkably similar to the Red Bull. Of course, you've got some people who've come from Red Bull who've joined the team recently. Did they have impact on it?
Well, one is green and one is blue, so I don't know. I mean, we have Dan that came from Red Bull, but he joined us last month, and there's no chance this could have been done in a month. So, it was over the last many months that this was planned and developed and designed, and hopefully it brings life to it.
Yeah, well, if it goes, anything like the Red Bull, I'm sure it will.
Josh, look at the T-feed.
I saw. T-feed's back. Just need to press the button, but I don't want to lose you lot, so press that. Hopefully he doesn't lose yet. No, right, T-feed's back, which is great news. Go on.
I'll say one thing. Some reports have been saying that Fernando Alonso is going to be summoned to the stewards later today, due to the and to explain the statements he made in the press conference.
Yeah, that was on about also everything with. Do you all remember as well? I don't want to. He's criticising the safety of the teams, isn't he, and everybody? So I would rightly kick him up the backside a little bit as well for everything he's done there.
I'll keep an eye on the FIA official documents.
Thanks, Josh. We've popped you back in. Right, so our times are back. Great. Verstappen, Leclerc. So 12 laps completed. Taking 25 minutes for that to be repaired, but I think we'll take it. Still no sign of the driver tracker there, guys. Do you reckon it's working? I think it might be crashed a little bit.
Not for me, but the timing screen for me is working fine now.
Yeah, so time screens work, but at least we got a driver tracker in some way, shape, or form up here in the box. And I'll just make it a bit bigger because somebody's asked me, can you increase the size of it? Yes, I will. Go on.
Yeah, there's still no more information on Ocon with the car not turning.
Yeah, Ocon reported that just a couple of laps ago, didn't he? And he was really struggling out there. Who likes live edits as well? That's what I love. Out there. So there's everybody was saying, can you please make the driver tracker a bit bigger? There you are. So this is the first practice session and all our graphics are finally working correctly as well. And fingers crossed they remain like that throughout the rest of the session. It is Verstappen fastest on a 1:21.876. Leclerc is second, Russell third, fourth for Ricciardo, fifth for Gasly, Sainz sixth, Alonso seventh, Norris eighth, Hamilton ninth, Tsunoda rounds out the top 10. Stroll 11th, followed by Ocon 12th, Latifi 13th, Bottas is 14th, Schumacher 15th, Robert Kubica is 16th, Nick de Vries 17th, Yuri Vips 18th, Vettel 19th, and Magnussen in 20th position as well. And I wonder as well, guys, if it's literally that problem that has confused everybody with the addition of new drivers. That's the reason why there's been that problem. Yeah, that the driver track has been confused because they've had to change over the transponders. Still, I suppose it'll work in some way as well. Go on.
I was going to say Magnussen's only set 3 laps, so I think he had some issues at the start of the session with the car.
It's indeed so, yeah. And Bottas below, apparently the gap is still 0-0-0 at the moment. Right, just quickly to the YouTube chat as SHT says, I go bold, predicting Perez to win this weekend as well. I think that's a great call and a great shout out as well, if he could do such a thing. I think we're actually on a little bit of a delay on the YouTube stream as well now, thanks to all these errors. So apologies if you are watching us, slightly delayed further back, but we are with you as things stand. And
27 seconds delayed.
That's insane. So we're back. Hello, everybody. Sorry for that problem. That has kept us off for a couple of minutes. I'll tell you one thing to blame, and that is the internet and OBS and all the problems in the systems. Anyway, I'm Joshua Birch. Alongside me still is Richie, and down there is Josh Plays in the pit lane. Guys, let's just get through the rest of this session and then go off because things have changed as Hamilton gets blocked by Fernando Alonso. And I can't remember who said in that break, but Fernando's been called to the stewards. Which one was it?
Not me.
Ah, Richie, you said Fernando's been called to the stewards.
Oh, no, he most likely will, due to a report.
Echo.
I'm fine, my end.
Yep, it's fine now.
It's your end,
Yeah,
Josh.
it's fine now.
Yeah.
Hamilton's gone 4th fastest.
Yeah, so let's run through the times, and since we were missing from it, it's in fact, let's go to the full results page and give you the live timings as well. We've got Sainz on top. He's doing a 1:19.907. Russell second, 1:20.590. Then Hamilton third, 1:28.11. Norris, Tsunoda completes the top 5. Verstappen sixth, Stroll seventh, 8th for Leclerc. Nick de Vries has jumped up to 9th place, and Ricciardo's rounding out the top 10. Latifi's 11th, Gasly 12th, Alonso 13th, Magnussen 14th, and Ocon goes into 15th position. Further down, we see Vettel 16th, Schumacher 17th, Bottas 18th, Kubica 19th, and Yuri Vips is taking 20th place as things stand. There we go. So, yeah, the computer's still glitching as well. Go on, Richard.
Yep, just so you know the issue. Verstappen was second. He's now been pushed into third.
Because that's because of Leclerc coming across the line now and doing a 1:19.828. So Leclerc massively improved up on the board as well. As the timing screens, I believe, are still 5 seconds ahead of the TV. Yeah, 5 seconds ahead of the TV pictures we look up here.
Base control message.
Oh, go on, Josh.
The turn 12 incident involving cars 44 and 14 noted for impeding.
Oh dear. So yeah, that is going to be maybe Alonso being called to the stewards as you suggested there earlier on, Richie.
Yeah.
And de Vries and Russell missed the apex of turn 15.
Interesting call, yeah. So Ferrari still 1-2, looking strong. Verstappen third, Vips down in 20th, but that's not, of course, Perez. This is Yuri Vips getting a seat. And this comes as part of the new rule where every single team needs to give up their car, both cars, for a single session across the weekend. Right, Ted's in the pits. Ted, save us, please.
He's got a program. He's not chasing lap time as much as he might want to do that, but he's on the hard tyre, has a tyre program to do at Red Bull before Checo gets back in the car for free practice. Too. So he's doing a very solid job so far. They seem to be very happy down here, all the engineers on that side of the garage. Must say, I think you can see Checo, can you, on your screen at the moment, thinking, yeah, well, more, you're welcome to those hard tyres, Yuri. But I've got to say, what a great job Nick de Vries is doing. in the Williams, quicker than Nicholas Latifi at the moment, although Latifi on his last run did put up a time to within a few tenths, I think. Have you got the times in front of you? I just saw the...
Yeah, 1/10. Ted. He's a tenth behind.
Okay, so yeah,
What is
I know
happening?
Nick de Vries has won in every category in which he's competed, or pretty much every category, but he's doing an absolutely astounding job in that Williams at the moment.
Yeah.
Happened to the screen then.
Thanks, Ted. I have got no idea what is happening.
That was very odd.
Yeah, OBS. It sounds. Do you know what it honestly feels like? It's not like someone's hacked my computer and is in control of it today.
We've got the Russian hackers on us now.
Yeah, honestly, that is so many problems. This computer. I mean, I didn't even press anything. I went to grab my drink, and then all of a sudden, I just look and see that we're on a different screen. I have no idea what is happening today. And Josh has vanished now. So where's that gone on the
What we're
screen?
going to do is just, we're still going to blame Spain for this.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
I don't know where I've gone, but all I know is that in race control.
You're back.
Oh.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
What's wrong?
Hello?
Yeah, we're here. Can you
Hello.
hear us?
Can you hear me?
I can
Yeah,
hear you.
we can.
Cool. All I know is that I've typed car 63 missed the apex of turn 25, not 15 in race control mode.
Oh, no worries. You can easily edit that one as well. Hamilton's out on an outlap then as well. He's on the soft compound tyres. You heard from Ted there. Yuri Vips doing a hard tyre run throughout this session as well. Just on that for Red Bull, getting as many laps in as possible. 12 he's done so far with 20 minutes to go this opening practice session. And I don't know about you guys, but I've got zero clue what's happened in this session because it doesn't look like anything major's happened. Practice 2 later is going to be the big key one, I think, as well.
Well, yeah.
And hopefully better internet when I kick this computer up the backside as well and get on the phone and ask, why haven't we got a driver tracker? Why haven't we got this? What's going on? Fix it, please.
So many teams that are together. So we've got a Ferrari 1-2, Mercedes 4-5, McLaren 6-7, Williams 10-11, and Alfa Romeo 18-19.
It's a good stream so far, isn't it? There's some Lewis Hamilton fans as well. 44 out there at the top. And he's also going to be waiting to see if he can be a winner this weekend. Still winless in 2022. It's the longest time in the hybrid era Lewis Hamilton's gone without winning a race. So he's really struggling and really in trouble as things stand as well. As hopefully our
Gasly
driver
has
tracker
moved
kicks into
7th.
Gasly's 7th. Yeah, 1:21. 484. Ted's back in the pits.
Television I've ever done.
Well, I'm glad you said it because I remember watching it
Well,
at
I'm
home.
thinking
and
exactly that.
I'm thinking
Because
exactly
rubber
that.
is an insulator.
There's still time,
Yeah,
Ted,
yeah,
you
good
know.
point,
like to-
Damon. The
I'd quite
weekend's
like to
not over
clarify.
yet.
I'd quite like to clarify that the producer hasn't died. He said he's no longer with us.
Oh, right.
Implied that it was something Eggate, but that he's just not working with the team anymore.
But keep it up, Ted. We love all these experiments you get up to try and...
So is that the egg? I think they're talking about the egg on the telly, aren't they? Do you remember when he cracked the egg on the Pirelli tyre
yeah.
and everything? Yeah. That was, I don't know who authorised that, but whoever did was an absolute genius as well as they come through. Fernando Alonso then, 10th at the moment, 13th now at the moment, a Sky going on a break. Do you know, you have bad mornings broadcasting. I think this is one of the worst ones we've had. Nothing wants to work. Good news for when we got 6 hours coming up on Saturday as well for qualifying. Me and Megan will be there bringing you through that one for IndyCar as well, and special guests as well from the Grid Network will be joining me throughout the session as well, so that's going to be a load of fun for qualifying. Also, Ben Schneider from the Grid Network has just tweeted as well a link and saying Fernando has no chill this weekend. And that's also, we'll get onto that in a second, because he has said, if I double check, this is from Twitter, Fernando Alonso says he is unfairly penalised in the Miami Grand Prix due to incompetence from the stewards. And that's one of the F1's race directors isn't professional enough. And that'll be Niall
Here
Whittock.
we go again.
He criticised yesterday the fact that he's not racing Indy 500 because the Aero screen makes it too safe. I think it's about time that we got rid of Fernando. He seems to be having a few moments this weekend as well. He's got a stick up him. And Megan's probably not watching, but she's on the commentary box now to execute me for treason against Fernando Alonso. I'm not allowed to say anything against him, according to Megs, who's coming through. She can't join the Discord call because on this Discord call, I am her. I'm using a Discord, so she can't join there.
Joss,
Go on.
There's something to the right of you just popped into the camera. You might want to keep an eye out.
What is it? What?
It's It's Megan coming to tell you off.
I'll double check. She usually can tell when I'm talking about Alonso as well. It's all right. I have an umbrella. I think it's got a pointy end on it. I think I can keep her away from the commentary box for a couple of minutes. Just keep her away like that. Anyway, what are we on? 15 minutes 50 to go in this opening session as well. Interesting enough that Leclerc on that 120 still looking quite fast as well. 120.098. Alonso's just gone 5th fastest, 127.68. So Alonso looking quick. Go on.
It's going to give the upgrade list for Barcelona that was produced this morning. So Mercedes have got a new front wing end plate, a new floor, and a new rear brake winglets. Red Bull have got new front wing flaps and a new floor. Ferrari have got a new floor. McLaren have got new front wing flaps, front suspension, brake ducts, floor, diffuser, engine cover, cooling louvres, however you say it, rear wing and rear brake winglets. Alpine have got a rear wing, front wing end plate, and rear brake winglets. AlphaTauri got a new rear wing. Aston Martin have got a new floor, side pod bodywork, cooling louvres, rear wing halo, and Williams have got new front wing flaps, rear wing and rear brake winglets. Alfa Romeo have front wing end plates and new front wing flaps, front suspension and engine cover, floor, and also cooling louvres, rear suspension, rear wing, and then Haas have got nothing.
And of course, the bigger upgrades definitely coming from Alfa Romeo and from that of
Aston Martin.
Aston Martin, yeah, thanks for that.
And McLaren.
McLaren, yeah, they were surprised that they've brought a B car in total. I thought that they would wait until after Monaco, so Baku, to bring a B car, because surely they'll need straight line speed working quicker there.
Oh, Williams have, well, Mercedes did put a post on Twitter. Williams have dyed the back of Nicholas Latifi's car with red dye.
Oh, that is fantastic. That is brilliant. I wish we get a picture of that on the screens in a second, actually.
I did notice earlier the back of his rear wing was very red.
And now we know why, yeah. Now we know why. Well, it is a part of it. I think it's actually, if I'm double checking, Megan thankfully just said, she just texted me saying, "Are you bad mouthing Alonso?" And I said, "Yeah, we'll come to the commentary box." She said, "I can't." So she can't come to the commentary box at the moment, which is fantastic news. We're trying to limit her this weekend because she's still not 100%. Neither am I, actually, with my voice. It's still coming back to me. But we'll have the full panel on. Ian Birch. Oh, great stuff from Alonso, yeah. Megan and Ian Birch will be in the commentary box for us this weekend for Saturday and Sunday. As they come through, and attention to detail actually, because Jenny Gow has just noticed that on the Red Bull pit wall there are green cans of Red Bull. That is insane. There's no way I can get it on, so I'll save it and put it on for free practice too in the YouTube chat. But if I put my camera up, actually, if I put it up to the camera quite quickly, and look, there we go. If the brightness is low enough. Green cans of Red Bull. Absolutely fantastic on the pit wall there at Red Bull as well. So well done, Jenny Gow, who's done that as well after they called the new Aston Martin a green bull as well. Go on, Josh.
Just looking on Twitter. There was a photo, you know, when they was at Checo.
Yeah.
Looking at the pit wall and in the garage. Checo was what's in Checo, who was what's in Checo.
Oh, I hate that picture-in-picture stuff. Oh, the visualization stuff. It's like, was it mirror within a mirror? It's clever how it does it, but oh, I hate that sciencey-wincy stuff. It makes my brain hurt. I understand it, but it makes my brain hurt. We've got a yellow flag out on the track, and I can't actually launch the yellow flag for some reason. It won't let me.
Who is it? It's not Eurovips.
No yellows have come up on my screen.
The freeze.
Yeah, no idea who it is then at the moment.
There's no yellow flag anymore. It must have gone.
That's good news. Well, it seems like the hotkeys have been disabled. All bar the flag hotkeys have been disabled. I can't activate the flags for some reason. So, but yeah, I'm going to kick that computer out in a second.
Maybe Megan did it on purpose because she was bad-mouthing Alonso.
Yeah, but that's my punishment, isn't it? Well, I opened up... Actually...
Do you have a window which you can kick a computer out of?
Right behind the commentary box, there's a window but it is got a board across it to keep the sun out. But there is a window I took it out. If not, then I'll just throw it out the back door.
If I go over here and
You have got the window, which is handy. Throw your computer out. That'll make me feel better.
just go into my Lego fire engine, which I built earlier on. You said you've got a board across it, haven't you?
Yes, it's a wooden board.
Well,
Oh.
I'm going to give you a little axe so
That'll
you can
do.
break that board.
That'll do. I'm going to use my fader, though, because Ted's in the pit lane at Mercedes.
In this session, porpoising, but then they bear in mind that it wasn't in Miami either. But the drivers are not yet happy with the balance. They've done all the front wing compares, which I think you've seen, swapping over old front wing end plate, new front wing end plate. So they've done all those compares for the new rear wing, front wing end plate design. But there is an explanation as to why Lewis is slower than George at the moment. I think he is at the moment. That's last time I looked, and that's because he had a malfunctioning DRS, rear wing movable flap, on his last run.
Which Damon spotted.
So that confirms what he said. So yeah, now George Russell has just changed the front ride height, and as you also might have seen, and now he's going out on a used set of soft tyres. Just struggling to get out of the garage. Actually, that's his engine you can hear in the background. Yeah, now he's clear to go. That's good. So we will see. So the question is how Mercedes upgrade's going. The answer is so far so good.
That's great news then, isn't it? That the Red Bull updates are going well.
Mercedes
updates going well, sorry. That's my next point, actually. We need them to be up there with Ferrari and Red Bull, especially this weekend, because as we all know, Spain is dull. So we need a good race.
Kubica's on 13th fastest now.
Kubica goes where, sorry? To 13th,
13th.
yeah. Oh, and Josh has got more news.
Yep, turn 12 incident involving cars 44 and 14 will be investigated after the session for impeding.
Interesting stuff. And hopefully as well, by practice 2, we'll have a much smoother stream for you all as well, and nothing's going to get so confused going forward, because I'm going to literally do some magic on the computers and get those all sorted so that there isn't any more problems. Coming through then, Norris at the moment, taking the curves, looking quite quick and just skating over the back. And fingers crossed, we're going to have a smooth practice too, because so far we've run red flag free, which is completely different to Miami, where we stop nearly every single session. Now, those hotkeys, do you remember, guys, were actually working at the start of the session because I was able to put the green on. So I do not know why the hotkeys have failed now.
I think I did see the yellow flag GUI pop up.
Oh, I manually put that on. The hotkeys aren't working, so I think something's happened. I think the whole computer needs a shutdown and a reboot in between now and practice 2, which we've got time for, which is good. No, if it was Saturday, I would be very worried because we go from one to the other. But we're constantly freezing, so apologies for all that. 7 minutes to go to the session, though, out here, as all the action continues to round up. I'm just trying to find out, actually, because apparently somebody texted me and I didn't notice. Sky have actually got a different commentary box this weekend completely because their systems haven't arrived back from Miami, which was a worry, actually, because the teams here, the cars that are racing this weekend, are not the same ones that were in Miami 2 weeks ago due to the freight. They have gone on to Canada, those cars. So the ones we're having here and in Monaco and in Baku are actually the second cars, the B cars for the year. The chassis 2 of 3. The chassis 1 has gone already to the next venue in Canada on that side of the continent. Which is interesting.
Canada?
June, isn't it? Let's have a look. So it's a long way away. It's June number 17, 18 and 19. So
so it is a while away then.
Yeah, we're in week 20 and that's week... You're back with us once again. Numerous technical difficulties are preventing us in this first session. So we're going to commentate at the end of it, and then afterwards we're going to go straight off because there's a numerous errors happening right now. We can't seem to figure out why as well it's happening. It seems to be a problem directly with the internet software as well, and all the data issues we've been having. But 3 minutes to go, guys. Let's fingers crossed we're going to have a good one. And Alonso, 5th fastest, out there on the hard tyres. He's doing a slow run at the moment. And this is predictions that he's just doing a race run, isn't he? While he's got some track time. Because there's too many out there for bigger runs.
Yeah.
Alonso looking good then so far. Big twitch through turn 12. Into 13. Then the right-hander before the left-right chicane. The most horrible corners in Formula 1, actually, these two. And great news is that they're going to be removed next year. And we're going to go back to the sweeping last corner that we used to have. So basically,
so nice.
What I love is that they made the modifications of the track to try and improve the racing back in 2004 and 2006. They didn't work, so they've just returned it to what the track originally looked like. The only difference is that the back straightaway is going to remain the same because it used to swing off into a right-left chicane as well back in 94, but that got changed in 98, I want to say. Maybe 97.
Definitely a while ago.
Tons of race control messages.
Oh, good news. Go on then. Keep us updated.
Turn 12 incident involving cars 36 and 63 will be investigated after the session for impeding.
So that's Vips.
Yeah.
Yep. Vips and Russell. Car 45 to freeze. Time 2 minutes 22 seconds. 0.970 deleted track limits at turn 2. Turn 15 incident involving cars 1 Verstappen and 77 Bottas reviewed. No further investigation for impeding. Turn 12 incident involving cars 36 Vips and 63 noted impeding, but that will be investigated after the session.
So 1 minute 20 left of this opening practice then, and it has been an absolute mess, not just from our point of view, but from the Tiny's point of view as well, and their point of view. So this hasn't been a good opening session, and it's one of those ones where we just wash our hands and say, right, that's it, that's done, let's do a better practice too. Coming up later. But Ted's in the pits to save us. Ever the voice of reason is Ted.
Idea they've got to actually put this ring of LEDs around the outside
on the gun, the wheel gun
of the wheel gun. They turn green when the nut is done up tight enough. So that gets reflected in the wheel cover. Of course, they have wheel covers now. Oh, there we go. Yep. Sorry about that.
McLaren have covered it up.
Got a shot of it. Sorry about that. But so the whole thing gets illuminated green when the nut is done up tight enough. A lot of the other teams have it, but we don't see it very often. So,
there's another one now. They did put another one over it.
Margins are pretty tight, and we're probably going to have
go to the other two
pit stops each car during the race on Sunday.
That's brilliant. So Ted's found out that on the wheel gun of the McLarens, there's some LED lights. Oh, there's another one.
You're not actually allowed to cover up very much stuff. They'll argue that it's a heat shield. You're not allowed to use the screens, but the teams can argue that they're covering it up to keep the equipment cool, but actually they're covering it up to keep it all secret.
Thanks, Ted. Checker flags out for the first session as well. Yeah, so there's so on the McLaren wheel guns, there's LEDs. They flash red if the wheel nut is not done up properly, and then flash green when it is done up tight enough. That is a fantastic idea as well, going forward. And this weekend is the 200th Grand Prix since Williams last took a victory 10 years ago in 2012's Spanish Grand Prix. 200 Grand Prix. Since 2012, my goodness.
Time.
How many have I been commentating on then? Because I was going since 2005. I've been going since 2004, since I was young. So how many races have I commentated on now? It must be well into the 300 or 400s. But what race? Well, 2019 was race 1000, so we're already on race 100 and 1100 something or other. So there's a long, long way to go. Because longer race calendars, of course, back in those days it used to be 15 or 16, so it took you a couple of years. Now it's only 4 seasons, and you're already past 110 at the moment. So it's a big, big difference. We are losing the signal, which is interesting, and we can't play the music either. So this is going to be a bit of a boring end of the session. They are going to do some practice starts on the grid, though. They are allowed, although the exit here at Barcelona is very, very wide to do them. So let's see if anyone takes them up on that. Believe me, I've been there as well, and it's nice seeing the track again, actually, because every time I see it, memories start flooding back, and especially about how it's in the middle of an industrial park. It's in the middle of a working estate, like docks, like Dockland area, without the dock. But it's fantastic, and You get the smell of machinery all the way around the circuit as well, and big lock up there from one of the Mercedes. I think it's Lewis Hamilton down at.
Big lock. Yeah, I think it was Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, at this bit here as well, so uphill. I ran from this part of the track all the way to turn 9. I know it looks quite quick, but it's literally like a 2-minute jog from the bottom of the hill, up the hill, right down to turn 9. It's a very, very long run. And that's when Gasly crashed as well. And luckily managed to get a piece of his car, which I still have upstairs. This is for those practice stats, isn't it? Yep, still got nuts. So I'm going to have to... The hotkeys are disabled, I'm being told. Isn't that nice? So I need to open the flags and open up the yellows. And that'll come sliding out now with some new fancy graphics as the drivers do their practice starts. Looking good so far. So then, Richie, it's been a good first half for the drivers. They've had no problems.
It has been.
But from broadcasting, broadcasting and technical standpoint, it's from both Form and our point of view, it's been abysmal. Even Sky are having issues as they're on different headsets. Let's just forget it and go for practice 2. What's your thoughts on FP1 then?
Well, obviously, the Mercedes look a lot quicker, 4th and 6th. Ferrari's quick as usual. Verstappen looking quick, and so do the Alpines, 5th and 11th, which isn't too bad at all. The Altair's 8th and 10th, looking quick, and so the McLarens, but not too sure with the Alfa Romeos.
Josh, your thoughts on the first practice session? I mean, everything could go better than this, couldn't it?
Yes, it really could. A bit chaotic with the bit of an abomination.
Nice. Nicely done. Right, yellow flag has been retrieved. Everyone's done their practice starts as well. So let's take a look at the session results, which aren't there. They're not there. That is brilliant. We go there and they are not there. So, and they can't be there as well. So that's brilliant. That is just brilliant. Highlights how much of a bad day we're having when we go to show them and they're not there. Okay, let's just get this over with. Practice 1's been abysmal. Let's just get it over with, and I'll run you through them myself. It's Leclerc fastest, from Sainz 2nd, Verstappen 3rd, Russell 4th, Alonso 5th, Hamilton 6th, Norris 7th, Gasly 8th, Ricciardo 9th, and Tsunoda rounds out the top 10. Ocon 11th, Stroll 12th, Kubica 13th, best of the rookies. 14th for Magnussen, 15th for Schumacher, 16th for Vettel, 17th Bottas, De Vries is 18th. Latifi 19th and Yuri Vips down in 20th place. He's got to go now and get ready as well for some other things as well. But still good stuff from everybody so far. It is Ferrari dominance here in Spain. Leclerc ahead of homeboy Sainz. What's going to happen in practice 2? Join us to find out when hopefully the computer will be in pieces. Thanks for your company. Sorry about the technical issues. We'll try and fix them. Bye for now.
Bye.